Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey is Oklahoma Small Batch Crown Club. Let's go ahead and show that. I really like the bottle. And what is cool is the bottle actually comes in this bag. So I think that bag's pretty cool. Definitely think this design of this bottle is cool. Let's go ahead and move it over here and let's take a sip of the whiskey real quick. Ooh, love the smell. Oh, that's good. That is smooth. This is. Let me show it one more time. That is really good. I could definitely sip on this. All right, go ahead and move my drink over here as well. And today's nerd stuff is going to be just an article a small article I came across in the July-August edition of Scientific America. It was one of those things that I kind of thought was interesting. The particular article is on page 17, and it's an article by Nora Bradford, and it's called Seeing Numbers. Where's the line between knowing and guessing? At a quick glance, can you tell the difference between a group of 20 dots and a group of 30? What about 20 or 21? It seems like there must be a point at which you'd simply be guessing, but recent research suggests otherwise. Given enough opportunities, people consistently perform better than chance on this kind of task, even when the numerical difference is extremely small. According to the study published in the Journal of Numerical Cognition, it's a very simple question with a really interesting answer, says University of Pennsylvania psychologist Sami Yusuf, who was not involved in this study. I love very elegant, very simple results like this. The research team showed more than which had 50 dots and which had 51. 400 participants, pair of dots groups for just 1 second on easy practice tests such as 30 dots versus 20 dots. Participants chose the large group correctly almost every time. For 20 versus 21 dots, they were right nearly 60% of the time. And even in the hardest comparison, 50 versus 51 dots, participants consistently answered correctly on 51.3% of the trials. It's a small but statistically significant difference, the research says. If you're asked to make a judgment about which of the two groups contains more stuff, you have a little bit of intuitive feeling that one of them is more than the other. You should trust your gut, says study lead author Emily M. Sanford, a cognitive scientist now at the University of California, Berkeley. The research tested two mathematical frameworks for thinking about this situation. One with a hard limit on the first numerical differences people can perceive, and one without. They found their data to fit better with the limitless model, suggesting that even with numbers as high as 100 versus 101, the task would become harder but not impossible. The implications go far beyond number sense, Sanford says, because the study builds on a theory describing perception across many different stimuli. The work suggests that when deciding which of the two circles had a larger area, for example, a person wouldn't be truly guessing unless the circles were exactly the same size. This theory predicts that with enough trials, an individual will perform above chance on even the hardest perceptual tasks. But there is an intuitive appeal, even among scientists in the field, to the idea that humans have a perceptual limit. We can't tell that 51 is greater than 50, so we sort of forget that the perceptual system is doing that, Yusuf says. I see it as a landmark paper in the sense that it really lays bare some of the assumptions that have, in my opinion, plagued literature for a while. So it's kind of a nerdy article, but again, the name of the channel is Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. I came across this little section. I found it appealing. I've been thinking about it a lot. do see some implications. Would be curious to see if anybody out there is reading the Scientific America, and if they came across the July-August edition, if they happen to come across this particular short little article. Would really be interested to see what people's thoughts are on this. Just thought I'd make a quick video on this and also try out this Oklahoma Crown Club. Do really appreciate everybody taking the time to watch these videos. I have been experimenting with the microphone. Haven't gotten a new one, but just trying it in different placements because I've had a few people reach out and tell me the sound is kind of soft or kind of goes in and out. If you are watching the videos, would really appreciate you to comment on if the sound is better than normal, or even if you have suggestions on microphones and or equipment to use. As I'm doing more of these, I've gone back and listened to some older videos, and I can tell my sound quality is pretty crappy, but it's one of those things I would like to improve on. Let's go ahead and take one more sip. That is so good. I really appreciate everybody taking the time, and until next time, cheers.